roll in here in just a minute after I make sure the stream is coming through all right. Hope you all are doing well on this fine Monday evening. Celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. Day today. We're celebrating snow here in West Tennessee. We had a solid 3 inches when we got up this morning. Probably added another inch, maybe another 2 during the day. A lot of good fun playing in the snow with the kiddos. Pretty worn out, but that's what it's all about. To make sure the stream's good here, we'll get started. Looking good on YouTube to me. Do feel free to interact in the chat. But yeah, on the holiday weekends, I'll probably, throughout the year, if kids are off Monday, I'll probably push broadcast to Monday just so I don't have to divide my loyalties on a non-school night on Sunday evenings in those instances. Other than that, we'll probably retain those Sunday evening broadcasts. All right, good to see folks showing up in the chat. A couple good baseball breaks tonight. Yeah, really cold here too. We were single digits. I think the low tonight's like 3 or something. Ludicrous, at least ludicrous for Tennessee. I know you northern folks maybe encounter that a little more often than I do, but thankfully it didn't go negatives, at least not yet, like they were forecasting this time last week. So it could always be colder, I guess. All right, looking good on Facebook as well. We'll get our giveaway going here shortly. Big news, of course, in football world. All sorts of coaches retiring. Things are going to look a lot different next football season than they have for a long time. 3 feet of snow, Stephen. I just can't even fathom. Like 3 feet of snow. I mean, 4 or 5 inches feels like a lot to me. There's just nothing. I wouldn't even know what to do with 3 feet of snow. Oh, good to see all you folks in the chat. Really appreciate y'all. All right, we'll hop into our free spot giveaway. Got 64 top set breakup first. That's the one we're giving away a free spot in. We'll also take a look at the 74 Laughlin Old Time Black Star set. So let's see here. We want to check out youtube.com/c/Burls Sports. Yeah, there we go. There's that. Nope, that's not the giveaway. That's the giveaway. Yeah, cool. So we'll copy that link, paste it here, and do make sure you can interact in the chat. You do have to, say something if you win. Oh my goodness. YYC, Alberta, Canada. That's a different level of cold, different level of snow that you guys get up there. Colder than Antarctica. That's crazy. Yeah, I think the cold's maybe taking a little bit of effect on the old brain here because I'm a little slow tonight. All right, let's fetch this. Not anything goes. We've got a keyword filter. Hashtag Burl. See how many folks followed instructions. 35. 35. Not near the entrance when we have higher value breaks, I guess. But remember, you can't win if you don't enter. And it's so cold. Pretty easy to enter. We do these, you hit subscribe, you'll get notified when I post those giveaway posts, graded card reveals, anything else that might pique your interest. Just 1 or 2 videos a week, so nothing huge. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. Get notified of those. But yeah, what we do here, I'll click pick a winner. Whoever's name comes up, you'll have a little bit to interact in the chat to let me know you're here. And then, oh, it's super cool, super fun. After we do pick a winner, let me know you're here. And then if they don't, if you don't respond within a minute or so, maybe 30 seconds, 30 seconds seems more reasonable, then we'll just pick a winner again. All right, Shane Stevens. I think I saw Shane up in the chat, didn't I? Maybe not. Shane, are you here? Yeah, you are here. Shane waved. Awesome, Shane. Congrats, man. Get you this free spot in the 64 break. Copy. Paste. All right. So congrats, Shane. Good stuff. The 64 set's really fun. Classic, simple design. Some cool. I love the rose card. This rose card is absolutely epic. PSA 7. Gonna find a new home. Rookie Cup. If you didn't watch the preview, man, this card is super fun. So typically, most of our 70s sets, the Mantl's kind of the big hit, but not so here. Mantle, our big rookie, but second year card here's big hit since the rose is such a nice one. So PSA 7, somebody's going to be really thankful for that one. Nicely centered, clean card. Good stuff. All right. Quick rundown, a few new folks. All right. Lost me for a second. Looks like I'm back. I don't know what just happened. I don't know if I went down for you all or if that was just a little technical glitch on my end. Looks like I've got 36 of you. Did y'all lose me? Okay. Thanks, Doug. Yeah, I use a software called OBS to stream, and it said, "Hey, you've disconnected," and then like 4 seconds later, it's like, "Oh, you reconnected." No audio. Anybody else got audio? Showing audio on my end. Let's see. Ed's got no audio. Okay. Ed, maybe try refreshing again. Looks like everybody else has got audio just fine now. So I don't know what's going on there. Sweet. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah. Just gonna give a quick rundown. Every spot gets a card. We'll randomize our list of names. Paste that randomized list of names right next to this checklist. Whoever comes out spot number 1 gets card number 1. Whoever comes out spot number 50 gets Mickey Mantle. Whoever comes out spot 125 gets Pete Rose, and so on. We won't read through all 587 cards. I will read through a few dozen hits, show you those live on the broadcast, talk about a few few high points from the 64 baseball season. Yeah, let's hope not, Doug. Let's hope they got bigger fish to fry than us. All right. Where are we at? So I need your help in the chat. Give me some numbers. Let's see. Let's do between or including 4 and 7. Between or including 4 and 7. Third number in the chat's how many times we'll randomize this list. Fourth number in the chat's how many times we'll randomize the 73 or 74 Laughlin. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Ed. Got us a 7. And Shane got us a 7 as well. Doug, you're funny. All right. Thanks for everybody helping me out with those numbers. 36 live viewers. I think we had 35 entrants into the giveaway, so that's pretty consistent. Although I do think we had 75-ish people buy into the breaks this week. So let's say random.org. I mentioned this on this giveaway post, but one of my goals for the year, one of the reasons the last couple of giveaways have been around asking you guys what your goals are. I have a goal, helping 25 of you meet a hobby goal this year. So whether that's through the breaks or helping you fill set singles, I want to help 25 of you get something checked off the checklist. So that's a goal for the year for me. And so I am gonna work my way through all those and copy paste those into Excel sheet and see if I can help some of you folks out along the way. Should be fun. All right, here we go. 7 randoms coming up. Here's 1, 2, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Good luck. You got Steve Hathaway on top. Oops, with Matt Pottle on bottom. Recopy that. Hey, there we go. Gehrig. Gehrig's a good goal. All right, make this a little wider, font a little bigger. Right, 1964 tops. Car number 1, NL ERA leaders going to Steve Hathaway. Koufax leading the way on car number 1. Of course, lots of Hall of Famers popping up on these leaders cards. Car number 9, NL home run leaders went to Al Godwin. Got Aaron, McCovey, Mays, Cepeda, a little quad Hall of Famer action. Loving it. Wilhelms, card number 13. Going to Michael Leinert. Yogi Berra's 21. Going to Steve Hathaway. Steve, couple hits early. Not a bad way to start. Yogi, Yankees manager at this point. Friendly Foes, card number 41. Going to Paul Ganem. There'll be a lot of Hall of Famers through here that I don't show you, partially just for the sake of time, partially because I just didn't pull them for one reason or another as I was rolling through. Ernie Banks, card number 55, first graded. Nope, not first graded. Mix the first graded card of the break. Card number 50. PSA 4. Nicely centered. Collector grade example, if you will. Card number 50. Going to Jeffrey Tomlin. There you go, Jeffrey. Nice Mick. Congrats, man. Now Ernie. Ernie's SGC 5.5. Going to Douglas Meyer. Doug snagging a Hall of Famer. All-Star Vets, 81. Got Fox. Killebrew. Going to Steve Strauss. Luke Powell, 89. Going to Greg Ritzer. Walt Alston, he's 101. Going to Jason Gasick. First rookie trophy card we'll show you is Rusty Staub. Going to Joe Cerullo. That does mean next we've got Pete Rose. Second year card, first single player Topps issue. Rookie Cup. Nice clean bold card. 125. To Peter Steinberg. Huge hit, Peter. Congrats. Really fantastic card. We'll go ahead and plug here. We did, shift the schedule this week. So it was scheduled to have 56 Topps this week, but my SGC order took forever to get there, and so I've got a few graded cards I'm waiting on to get back from SGC. Hopefully they'll pop in the next day or two, and we can get those back for the 56 break this next weekend. So same story with the break that's on the schedule after that. So I may have to pivot and bring another set in and push those back if they're not back, but we'll see. SGC is usually pretty quick on the turnaround. All right, my favorite World Series card. Koufax strikes out 15. Love the horizontal stretch shot here. World Series Game 1 going to Tony Kuda. Course retrospective of 1963. Dodgers made quick work of the Yanks in 63, so they get to celebrate in card 140, going to Connie Santiago. Did make it over to Card Show in Memphis yesterday, Saturday, to poke around. Buddy of mine runs the show, so my son brought some of his Pokemon stuff, and we just had a couple hours to pop in and out before we had to get back for a wedding, but he had a dealer not show up, so my son laid out all his Pokemon and did some selling, so that's always fun. And I was able to pick up some pretty sweet cards. I'll probably show you in a video later this week. Danny Murtaugh, 141. On to Thomas Lutz. Tommy John, Indians rookie. He's 146. On to Michael Lane. One more plug for those of you who've been regulars in the break. When I email a link to the results for those of you who've been in quite a few breaks before, I will include a link to a Facebook group where you're welcome to buy, sell, and trade with each other. It's folks that have at least been in and around these breaks for a while, but should be a good way for you guys to make some trades, help each other fill some sets, and if you ever need a middleman, just let me know. Be happy to middleman a trade for you if it makes you feel more comfortable. 115 Willie Mays, going to Brett Campos. And if you're like, hey, Burl, I never actually get your emails, shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Burl Sports, all 3 locations. And I'm probably just hit in your spam. So nice Mays there for you, Brett. Right. 160, Ken Boyer. Went to Zachary Schechter. Boyer was your NL MVP in 1964, leading the Cardinals to be World Series champions there. Your other MVP is featured on this multiplayer card. No, he's not. Huh. Got my ears wrong. Never mind. Brooks Robinson's your other MVP. Fake out. This is just Yaz. Just a little Yaz action. 182. Going to Jason Gasick. Little brain spasm there. I'm going to blame the snow. Koufax. He's next. Card number 200. Really nice SGC4 example. A little corner wear, but you can't tell it if you look at the boldness, clarity on this card. Nice clean one, but corner wear is the reason for the downgrade, technically speaking, but nice Koufax. Card number 200. One to Todd Casista. Nice hit there, Todd. Nelly Fox, he's 205. Going to Joe Mordini. Nice one. There's the other Yat. Yeah, single player. 210. Going to Lawrence Andrew Span. There you go, Andrew. Red Sox great. Roger Maris is next. I've already seen the Mantle, but Maris, of course, still a big part of those Yankees teams. Yankees fell short in the World Series to the Cardinals in '64. Going to Jesse Charlton. I saw you in the chat earlier, Jesse, so congrats there on the Maris. There's your MVP winner. 230. Brooks Robinson going to Joe Mordini. Brooks taking home the AL MVP. A little off center, but nice, clean card. Frank Robinson's next. He's 260. Going to Derek Peaster. I feel like I've left out some other really good cards. Did I have a second stack of stars? I don't know. Alas, we shall proceed without them. I did see Al Kaline, so we'll back up, look at him. Kaline also going to Andrew, so nice Andrew. So I can't show him to you. But yeah, there are a handful of other stars that I know I've skipped over, but oh well. Another big Cardinals, 262, Mike Shannon. Rookie going to Elliott Muir. Jim Bunning, 265, going to Jeffrey Tomlin. Pick up the pace a little bit just because I don't want us to go too much over an hour. Juan Marichal, he's 280, going to Steve Bauman. And I do have some cool little factoids when we get into the Laughlin set. Robin Roberts going to William Ratliff. Hammerin Henry Hank Aaron. He's card number 300. Going to Elliott Muir. Nice Elliott. SGC 4 on the Aaron. Pretty card. Giants Gunners 306. Mays Cepeda. Going to Laura Conrad. There we go, Ed. Got the Mays Cepeda. Casey Stengel, manager. Going to Kevin O'Malley. Yeah, Ed, I feel like you've been on a bit of a cold streak. AL Bombers, 331, nice multiplayer card with Maris, Cash, Mantle, K-Line. Going to Rocky Peterson. PSA 5 on this one. Ron Santo, he's 375. Is that right? Yeah, 375. Oh, there's Willie McCovey. Didn't pull him. McCovey going to Edwin Pastrana. Ron Santo going to Jeffrey Manega. I swear I'm going to find another little stack of stars here somewhere after I'm done with this broadcast and be like, oh yeah, I was going to show those. Alas, it was not meant to be. 380. Whitey Ford going to Matt Pottle. Ford always, pretty common pose for him. 390. Cepeda going to Mark Carlson. Warren Spahn, he's 400. Going to Pat Gillespie. There's old Warren. Tops in the NL. 423 SGC 5 with Aaron and Mays. Really clean card. 423. Going to Pat Gillespie. Nice card, Pat. SGC 5. Roberto Clemente, 440. Going to Todd Casista. SGC 4.5. Gaylord Perry, 468. And Steve Hathaway. Don Larson, another Giant. All the way up to 513. Went to Connie Santiago. 524 is graded. Reds rookie stars. Went to Todd Casista, Dixon, and Klaus. Beckett 5 here. 538. Minoso. Going to David Doyle. Luis Aparicio. Going to Sandy Nelson. You know, Sandy? With Phil Necro rookie. Going to Laura Conrad. There you go, Ed. Maybe the dam has broken for you. Gil Hodges, manager, high number. To Mike Heffelfinger, 547. Jim Cott, he's 567. Hey, nice, Ed. It's always good to hit a card you need. Jim Cott going to Laura Conrad. Ed, coming up big in this one. Maz, 570. And to Michael Sardone. And last hit in this break, 580. Johnny Podres. To Rocky Peterson. There you have it, folks. That does it for the 64 tops. Let me find that free spot really quick, just so we can see where it landed, and remind you to go ahead and hit subscribe while you're here on YouTube. All right, there you go, Shane. Free spot was 288, Al Moran. Right, go ahead and follow on social media as well. Burl Sports, Facebook, Instagram, and X, I think we're calling it now. Still doing some free spot giveaways there as well. Right. That means we've got a really fun break up next. '74 Laughlin. Never done a break on the '74 Laughlin Old Time Black Stars. So commemorative set of some of the greats from the Negro Leagues. So Negro Leagues, you know, of course, prior to integration, Negro Leagues covers maybe what was it, seven leagues over 30 plus years from 1920 until maybe 1951-ish is kind of when the end of the Negro Leagues is kind of official. So really fun set here that's commemorative of a lot of the stars from those leagues, and a few little anecdotes, look at the back of a few cards, so should be good fun. We will do the same type of random though. 36 cards in the set, a ton of Hall of Famers. So we won't read the backs of all the Hall of Famers, and really interesting set to dive into. That's one thing I really like the Laughlins for. But this set's really gained a lot of value in the last several years, partially because it's really some of the first cards of some of these Negro Leaguers. All right, we decided earlier we're randomizing this list 7 times. Start out with a 2-spot limit, open that up this morning. Some of you snagged an extra spot or 2 to get us over that 36 spot hump. All right, listen more, list randomizer. 7 randoms coming up. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, we got Joe Cerullo on top. We've got Jason Gasick on bottom. All right, Smokey Joe Williams up first, going to Joe. There's old Smokey Joe. So, even though Joe could never play in the majors, he pitched against many major league stars in postseason barnstorming exhibition games. He was still really solid against the increased competition in those exhibition games. Went 20-7 in those exhibition games as pitcher. Faced off against Hall of Famers like Grover Cleveland, Alexander, Walter Johnson, Chief Bender, Rube Marquard, White Hoyt. Three different times he faced the eventual National League champions. He was 2-1 in those, and he threw a no-hitter against the 1917 New York Giants in an exhibition game. So, cool little factoids about Smokey Joe. Initially, his nickname, though, was Cyclone Joe, or simply Cyclone. But when he joined the Homestead Grays later in his career, he gained the nickname Smokey Joe. So, there you go. There's old Smokey. All right, next up, Josh Gibson will be the next one we look at. PSA 4 here on the Gibson. He's card number 8. Going to Jordan Wolf. Nice hit there, Jordan. Getting that Gibson. Gibson is a catcher. A lot of baseball historians consider Gibson among the best power hitters and catchers in baseball history. 72, he became the second Negro League player to be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Gibson was a power hitter who, some people say hit over 800 home runs. But statistics from the leagues are pretty spotty. So official total, I think there's like 166. But often known as the Black Babe Ruth. And yeah, so on December 16th in 2020, MLB announced that it will recognize Negro League records, which means Gibson has the second highest single season Major League batting average, accomplished in 1943. He hit 466. Nutty. So Gibson, one of the big hits in the break. Jose Mendez. He's card number 9, going to Brian Richmeyer. Mendez, also PSA 4, another solid hit. I thought they really crushed me on the grades on these, by the way, because I'm the one who got these graded, and I thought Gibson and Mendez would do better than a 4. I thought Page was pretty accurate, but alas, I was incorrect. Jose Mendez, Cuban right-handed pitcher and manager. He died really young. He was 43. He was known in Cuba as the Black Diamond, El Diamante Negro. He became a legend. One of the first group of players elected to the Cuban Baseball Hall of Fame in 1939, later elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2006. So, nice little Mendez, the Black Diamond. Let's see, Buck Leonard. Number 11, going to Michael Bender, PSA 5 here on the Leonard. (37-46), Gibson and Leonard of the Homestead Grays were the most feared batting combination in black baseball. Buck's high average and home run production were only slightly behind Gibson's. Left-handed all the way, he had a smooth and powerful stroke, was a sure-handed first baseman. Buck began pro ball in '33 and became a fixture with the Grays till their breakup in 1950. Then he went to Mexico and played till he was 48. There you have it, Buck Leonard. Hey, what's up, Alex? Michael, who's the pride of Rocky Mount, North Carolina? There's always a little delay, so I don't know that off the top of my head, so I'm not sure exactly which card you're talking about. Judd Wilson's up next, going to Marty Wisbinski. Willie Wells, going to Mike Heffelfinger. Page is next, PSA 4. Going to James Hop. Oh, cool, Michael. Yeah, I didn't know that. Satchel Paige, PSA 4. Chipping on the back border right side is the reason for the downgrade. Page, just incredible career. I like the back of this card. I think I showed it on the broadcast, on the preview. Uh, called by Dizzy Dean and Joe DiMaggio, the best they ever saw. Page dominated Negro baseball in the 30s and 40s. The crowd swelled when he pitched, and he probably won more games than any pitcher in history. Old-timers split between Page and Smokey Joe Williams as the all-time tops. He began in 1926, and in '48, he was a 42-year-old rookie with the Cleveland Indians, helping them to a pennant with a 6-1 record. At close to 60, he was still pitching. He was with many clubs and became the first black Hall of Famer. So Page, nuts. I was just, doing a little casual Wikipedia research, and I saw this one. In 1965, the Kansas City Athletics signed Page at age 59 for a one-game contract. And on September 25th, against the Red Sox, the Athletics invited several Negro League vets, including Cool Papa Bell, to be introduced before the game. Page was in the bullpen, sitting on a rocking chair. He started the game by getting Jim Gosker out on a pop foul. Then Dalton Jones reached first and went second on infield error, but was thrown out trying to reach third on a pitch in the dirt. Then Yaz doubled. So Carl Yastrzemski hit a double off of him, and then there was a pop fly to end the inning. Then Page took down the next 6 batters in order, including 1 strikeout. And then Page took the mound at the beginning of the 4th just to be immediately removed and got a little standing ovation. So that's pretty cool. All right. Luis Santop going to Michael Bender. Frank Grant, 17, going to Chris Gungy. Cristobal Toriente. I think this is an uncorrected error. I think the I is supposed to be an E, at least according to this checklist. Going to Jared Anderson. Wilbur Rogan, Going to Brian Resnick, nickname Bullet. Cool Papa Bell. He's card 24. Going to Joe Mordini. Such a good name. When Cool Papa was at bat, the infielders moved in as if a man were on third with one out. He was probably the fastest man who ever played baseball. He once circled the bases in 12 seconds. He taught himself to switch hit to make the most of his speed, resulting in averages close to 400. He often went from first to third on a sacrifice and made many doubles and triples, though lacking power. He was still a leading base stealer in 1945 at the age of 40, and he is a Hall of Famer. It's a cool card. Ray Dandridge, going to Chris Gongi. There's Dandridge. After a lifetime in Negro League ball, Dandridge came close to Major League stardom. He was signed by Minneapolis of the American Association in 1949. He hit .362 his first year in the Double-A, and the next season was the league MVP. But he was already past 40. Had he been younger, he surely would have come to the majors. On the Millers Ray, he roomed with Willie Mays, and most of his career was spent as a top third baseman with the New York Dodgers and later the Eagles. He also could play or handle shortstop and second. Biz Mackey, going to Michael Bender. There's old Biz. Ooh, Dahigo. Going to Christy Smith. Another really big hit in this one. Dahigo PSA 6. Dahigo was called the Immortal and the Maestro. He was a Cuban baseball player, played in the Negro Leagues, Latin American Leagues from 23 to 36 as a two-way player. Pitcher and second baseman. He excelled at all 9 positions throughout his career, and later he was even a manager. Dahigo's career included statistics from the Dominican, American, Cuban, and Mexican leagues. He compiled a lifetime .302 career batting average with 130 home runs, even though 11 of those seasons they're missing home run totals. Didn't even count home runs. As a pitcher, he was 252 and 132 win-loss record. Dahigo's the only player to be inducted into 5 Baseball Hall of Fames: American, Cuban, Mexican, Dominican, and Venezuelans. Good little factoid there. That's fun. Let's see. John Henry Lloyd, going to Jared Anderson. We got Oscar Charleston, going to Logan Bird. Rube Foster, going to Jason Gasick. Foster was a top pitcher, shrewd field manager, the founder of the first workable Negro League. From 1911 to 1926, he dominated black ball in the Midwest, keeping the young Negro National League afloat. From his beginnings as a crude pitcher, he became an outstanding hurler. He was born in Texas, and Rube toured at 17 with the Waco Yellow Jackets, then played for the Chicago Union Giants and others. In 1903, he won 4 of the Cuban ex-Giants' 5 victories versus the Philly Giants for the Negro title. He founded the American Giants. And wrapping it up with Judy Johnson, going to Jason Gasick there, PSA 4. Judy Johnson, one of the game's smartest players. Judy had sure hands and a great arm at third base. He was born in 1900. He grew up in Delaware and played at 18. Played Sunday ball with the Bacharach Giants. By 1920, he was with Hilldale and was fixture with them until 1929, leaving to manage the Homestead Grays. From 32 to 37, he played with Pittsburgh Crawfords. Line drive hitter, Johnson had fair power and was usually around 300. He led Hilldale at 341 in the first Negro League World Series in 24. Then became a big league scout. There you go, Judy Johnson. So, really cool set. Appreciate y'all tuning in, buying into this one as well. Look for an update around Thursday for what set's coming on Friday. Look to have a little variety break to go with whatever it is as well. So, thanks again. And with the snow this week, I just don't know about getting packages out, how things will move, how quickly things will move. I've been doing better the last few weeks of getting packages out in a timely fashion, but can't make any promises this week just with how they'll move once they get out. So we'll just see. But appreciate each and every one of you. That's all I got for this evening. This is Burl, signing off.